your priority throughout the game is going to stay on winning and what you guys need to do that. But at the same time, what's it like for you as a coach when you get to see a performance like Julius tonight, a guy who comes out, has 44 points, still so unselfish out there, et cetera?
Yeah, I thought it was a terrific game, obviously, and it's a reflection of all the work that I think that he's put into it. You know, he's always been terrific off the dribble. He's always had the back to the basket game, but getting comfortable shooting the three has added a lot to his game. I think the playmaking, he had some really good plays that got us high percentage quality threes. And it's his all-around play that, you know, it's setting the tone for the team. So when you have your veterans doing those types of things, it bodes well for the team. The young guys see it. They come in, they work. Julius is a guy that gets there early. He stays late. He's a great teammate. So it's good. We had a lot of guys step up and play well. And that was not an easy game. I love the way we started. It got choppy. We had some calls go against us. And then we responded well, I thought, in the second half. It was tight, but we adjusted.
Berman, your post?
Yeah, Tom, just were you getting a little worried with all the foul trouble your centers were getting into in the first half and then in the second half? How do you think it panned out with Noel really stepping up?
Well, Mark, you know I always worry, so I did what I usually do. But I was concerned. You know, we talked about the way they draw fouls, and so it was called tight, and we had to adjust. I thought the second half was better. Thought New Orleans was terrific. It's not an easy matchup because you're asked to do two things. Your pick and roll coverage is huge when you play that team. And you have to commit to the ball, and then you also have to commit to getting back, and then you got to commit to protect the rim and rebound, and that requires great effort, and you can't relax a second. And so Capella puts a lot of pressure on you. Collins puts pressure on you. Young he's a load to deal with, and so those guys looked at a lot of pick and rolls tonight, and some we defended extremely well. Others not as well as we would have liked, but it required great effort from both guys, and I thought they gave that to us. And you need everyone to do their job in order to win. And offensively, I thought we were terrific.
Hey, Popper, say.
Hey, Tom. The fan voting for the All-Star ends tomorrow. Not just tonight, but he's made a pretty good case for himself this year.
Absolutely, I think. You know, and it's not just the you know, what he's done statistically, but the impact on winning. I think he's making other people better. He's played an all-around game, strong on both sides of the ball. He's played an unselfish game. He's doing it in a number of different ways. He's playing multiple positions. He's a point forward. He's a forward. He's a center. He's doing it all. So, but the most important thing is the impact that he's having on winning, and hopefully it'll be recognized. But I know there's great appreciation by his teammates, his coaches, the organization, certainly our fans, for what he's bringing to our team.
Jeff Bondi, Daily News.
Hey, Tom, are you the type of coach that's going to call around to other coaches to lobby for Julius?
No, I think his game speaks for itself. I know a lot of guys frown upon that. And the hard thing is this, is when you look at all the players that are deserving, there's not enough spots. And so when it comes down to the end and you're selecting, oftentimes there's guys that are pretty much equal and are deserving, and then you go to the next criteria is impact on winning. And so I'm hopeful that people recognize, you know, what he's doing for this team, and he will be recognized. He's having a terrific season for us.
Bruce Beck, NBC.
Hey, Tom, 3-point shooting tonight, 17 for 34. You would have been hard-pressed to do that early in the year. What do you attribute it? Hard work, confidence, scheme? What would you say?
Well, I think your confidence comes from your preparation. And so these guys have worked extremely hard on their shooting and putting a lot of extra time in. And their concentration and their confidence is coming from seeing the ball go in and putting the extra work into the shooting. And then the fact that they're playing so unselfishly, I think, is leading to high-quality shots. So guys are making the extra pass. They're making good rim reads. When there's penetration and a collapse and there's multiple defenders on them, they're spraying it out, and we're getting quality looks. And I think when you do that, the game becomes a lot easier. So the players deserve all the credit for putting that extra work in, and then for playing for each other, and I think that's critical.
Ian Bagley, SNY.
Tom, what do you think of what you saw from RJ tonight? Obviously, he was in there late where he hadn't been the past couple games.
Yeah, I'm not worried about RJ. RJ's had an excellent season for us, and he does a lot of other things besides shoot the ball. So he shot it well. He was good off the bounce. Did a good job with his team defense. His individual defense was good. So he's a huge part of the team. And not everyone's going to play great every night. Everyone has to sacrifice. The guys who have it going, those will be the guys that are out there. So we need everyone, and everyone's stepping up right now.
We have time for 2 more questions. Mike Vaccaro.
Tom, what does it tell you about the camaraderie that's developed on this team afterward? I mean, a couple of his teammates are, kind of rallying around Julius to, kind of make a play for him for the All-Star team, for the TV cameras. I mean, stuff like that, just the way that they react to each other on the bench. What does it tell you about where this team has gotten in terms of caring about each other the first couple of months of the season?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you guys early on. It's really a great group of guys. They're very enjoyable to be around. And right from the start, you could see that the attitude and the approach of everyone was excellent. And I think they all care about each other. They've all put an incredible amount of work in, and they play for each other. And I think when you play that way, it leads to good camaraderie. And by that I mean defensively, they're all covering for each other. They're all working together. Offensively, it's the same, whether a person's asked to make an extra pass to get a better shot or set a screen, or oftentimes what gets overlooked is our centers rolling hard to the rim and putting a lot of pressure on the rim, pulling the defense in, and there's not a stat for that, but it results in high percentage offense. And so I think when you have a team that's willing to care for each other, play for each other, and share and sacrifice, you're going to have camaraderie, and that's what we have right now.
Last question, Mike Borkenau, The Athletic.
Hey, Tom, can you speak to, I guess, the difficulty of Julius doing all this while other teams are kind of keying in on him on defense as the go-to guy for your offense?
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about, is reading the game. And so he took 13 threes tonight, and I thought they were the right threes. And when he got going, people were looking for him. And then he's also, when he puts it on the floor and they collapse, he's making good rim reads, which is also getting us more high percentage threes. And so I think that's been huge for us. And I just think his all-around play, oftentimes what does get overlooked is how unselfish he is. And when he's spraying the ball around, it's, we're a hard team to guard. We scored 121 tonight, and that's, a result. When a guy gets going like that, you have to commit more than one defender, and that should open up things for other people.